it yet. So, about Jason. You been to bed with him?
Why would you even ask that?
I'm a pragmatist. You're out of town together. You know the old axiom. Desire plus opportunity usually equals pumpage. Not being personal.
Yes you are.
Well, there's a reason for that. I've been assigned to the Paris Bureau. I leave in 5 weeks, and I want to take you with me. The point is, I can't stick around until the third act to see who gets the girl.
I see.
So, do you have sex together?
Once. Well, not together.
That's some trick.
Well, it was once for me, none for Jason. It's hard to explain. We were out of town together with a show in Chicago, and the play wasn't working. It never did work. We still don't know why. Anyway, we'd rewritten half the script, and we just couldn't fix it. Nothing would help. So we got back to the hotel one night, completely exhausted, our minds totally numb, depressed, and we started to drink, and Jason became quite drunk. And then, more out of frustration than anything, I don't really know, he started to make love to me. But then, right in the middle, he passed out.
In the middle?
Well, if you're going to be technical, it could have been a quarter or a third. I don't know.
Then what happened?
Well, that's it. When I woke up, he was gone.
And you two have never discussed it?
Well, Jason obviously didn't remember, or if he did, he didn't want to.
Are you in love with him, Phoebe?
I was.
And now?
Now we write plays together.
So, will you marry me?
Well,
Before you say anything, you should know there are 3 answers.
3.
Yes, no, or maybe we should talk about it some more.
Well,
But first, something to help you make up your mind. I love you, Phoebe. Well, you look like you're going somewhere important.
I am, like Taylor's. But we have some work to finish up first.
Okay, I don't have to be hit by a truck. Be in touch, huh?
You don't really want to work, do you?
Why do you say that?
Well, you never like to sit down and get creases before you visit your tailor.
Do you mind telling me why he was doing that?
He finds me attractive.
Oh, come on, Phoebe, you expect me to buy that? I mean, you must have done something to bring it on.
You make it sound like a migraine headache.
Are you trying to tell me the first time he's left alone with you, he's overcome with desire and leaps on you?
Of course not. We've been seeing each other.
He's been interviewing you at night?
No, it wasn't a professional thing. Do they still call them, dates?
This is no time to be coy.
Why are you so upset?
Upset?
You just sat down and creased yourself.
Well, naturally, I'm somewhat alarmed.
Why?
You know, for someone so talented, you can be remarkably obtuse. Don't you know anything?
And now you're shouting.
Because you should know better. He's a journalist. He's the type of person that makes a living writing down what people say when they're off guard.
We didn't discuss my work. We just sort of hung out.
Hung out? Aren't you getting a little old for that sort of thing?
Oh, I wish I could answer that question, but I am right in the middle of a hot flash.
Are you trying to tell me that this is a romantic relationship?
I'm not trying to tell you anything, Jason. What's the matter with you?
I just don't want to see you get hurt and depressed.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you know how hard it is for you to be funny when you're depressed.
I don't have any illusions about the way Leo feels about me.
Oh, good.
He wants to marry me.
How do you know?
He asked me
When?
just now.
While you're wearing that hat?
Maybe he's a Yogi Berra fan.
I want you to stop seeing him.
Why?
Do I really have to say it? Do you want me to spell it out for you?
I'm not sure.
No. Perhaps it is time we stop skirting the issue. I mean, it's going to come out at some point. Better now than when it's too late. Phoebe, our second act doesn't work at all. I mean, Leo's the sort of man that wears bowling shirts when he's not bowling. He's like Jimmy Breslin without the polish. If they made triple knit suits, he'd wear them.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen it the first time.
Well, I hope he's all right.
It's not like Jason not to keep an appointment. When was the last time you saw him?
About 2 o'clock, he stormed out of rehearsals and the actors started improvising.
Maybe he's gone out to beat up on Lee Strasberg.
Jason! Jason, are you here?
Yes, what is it?
Are you all right?
Of course. I'll be right out.
How are rehearsals going?
Well, the leading man's a bit wooden.
A bit wooden. He's a talking tree. What else?
Jason and Kate Mallory loathe each other.
I'm on his side.
I know she's impossible, but I really think he's overreacting.
What changes does she want?
The same one. Beware of people with so few ideas, Blanche. They cling to them with such tenacity.
She still wants to change the ending.
She still doesn't see why her character should go back to her husband. She has this idea in her head that she's some Joan of Arc of the 70s, and she keeps saying, why should I end up with any man? Why can't I go off and make a life of my own?
How about you, my love? You look harassed.
Funny, I feel suicidal.
Are you going to marry that nice young man?
Well, I've gone from no to perhaps, but I'm not fooling anyone, not even me.
Isn't he leaving for Paris in a couple of days?
It's impossible, Blanche. Even if I wanted to marry him, I can't walk out on Jason now.
Oh, he'd survive. Oh, he'd scream bloody murder, but he'd survive.
I take it this is my friend and not my agent talking.
I just hate to see you turn into one of those dotty writers who drink too much and wear hats.
Pour me a double, would you, Blanche?
Were you eavesdropping?
Of course not. Who can hear anything over the clash of your bracelets?
What are you doing back here anyway? You were supposed to meet us at Sardi's.
Yes, well, something came up.
Well,
Kate and I decided that our differences were undermining the creative process, so I invited her over so that we could discuss our problems frankly and arrive at a reasonable solution.
And of course, as always happens when two human beings reach out to one another, it worked.
Well, the point is that we discovered that we're both after the same thing. The best possible production. We've just been coming at it from different places.
Is there something the matter?
What? No.
I sense some bad vibes in the room.
perhaps it's the radiator.
Would you care for a drink?
No thanks. I stopped 4 years ago when I woke up in a motel room with those 4 jockeys and the vice president.
Who are the jockeys? Well, I'm not political.
I can't seem to find my coat. Why is everyone staring at me?
Star quality?
Here's your coat.
I'll carry it, thanks. Should I call a cab or can someone give me a lift?
My car is just outside. Where can I drop you?
At the park. I'll walk the rest of the way.
Are you enjoying your visit?
Oh, I just love New York. Every time I come here, I feel like going down on the whole city.
Well, you certainly have the weather for it. Your stay, I mean.
I want you to know, a beautiful thing happened this afternoon. 2 human beings made contact. Now, let's go to work.